Once again, we welcome you to this edition of the Morning Call. The World Economic Forum on Africa kicked off on Wednesday in Cape Town, South Africa, under the theme Shaping Inclusive Growth and Shared Futures in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. More than 1,000 regional and global leaders from politics, business, civil society and academia are in attendance to try to find ways to tackle some of the challenges affecting the continent. The meeting also aims to address the African Union's Agenda 2063 regional strategic priorities in innovation, cooperation, growth and stability. It should, however, be noted that the forum is taking place amidst protests over the latest round of xenophobic attacks in the country that continues to raise concerns on the continent.
That's right, Linus. South Africa has increased its security. An effective police system has been put in place, while the number of deaths in the recent xenophobic attacks has increased to 7. Although camps seem to have returned, this did not prevent many African head of state from boycotting the meeting outright. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari and Rwandan Paul Kagame are among others who refused to participate.
Well, we'll try to find out more details on this forum with Africanews journalist Amelia Mata Nakitimbo, who is currently in Cape Town covering this event. Amelia, good morning, and how are you today? Well, the theme of this 28th World Economic Forum is shaping inclusive growth and shared futures in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. From the discussion so far, do you get the sense that African governments, leaders truly understand and are ready for this revolution?
Good morning, Linus. And indeed, for governments to promote technological advancement, they need people who understand this technology and how to implement it. Leaders at this forum have had to contend with the question about readiness. The interesting thing about the Fourth Industrial Revolution are terms, concepts and ideas which are still hard to grasp for people across the spectrum, I would say, such as blockchain technology and the use of cryptocurrency. Now, for South Africa's case, a country which wants to be in the lead of implementation on the continent, the government had an international consultancy firm to design a now adopted framework to make the country ready for the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Now, the practicality of this framework still remains to be seen. Another question which has been reiterated and discussed is whether or not Fourth Industrial Revolution will enhance inequality by giving the minority rich leverage over the disadvantaged majority.
Now, Amelia, let me come in here. Nearly 1,000 participants were expected to participate in the forum this year. Clearly, some African heads of state have boycotted the meeting following the xenophobic violence. How many finally accepted the invitation?
Well, on the opening day, in attendance were President Zewde Sahle-Work of Ethiopia, Mogwetsi Masisi of Botswana, Emerson Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe, Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, and Danny Forrest Seychelles. There is no official communication on who cancelled last minute yet. The heads of state in attendance and other leaders and influential figures in the continent have talked about a need for unity as African people in order to grow as one people. There's also a lot of talk about creating jobs for young people, which has been a call to action for many years now.
And Amelia, in the remaining 2 days of the forum, what can we look forward to?
Well, there are discussions about opportunities and challenges about the implementation of the African Free Trade Continental Agreement. South Africa in particular is eager to see that business people interested in investing here find ease of doing business. The Minister of Tourism says that they are continuing to revise the visa regime for more countries on the continent, though she could not reveal at the moment how many more countries will be given this opportunity. She also mentioned that they want to open more doors to the Middle East and Asia. So in the next sessions, we'll have discussions about security, infrastructure to facilitate trade across the continent.
And of course, we are also keenly following all that is happening in this forum. But thank you very much, Amelia, for giving us all these details.
Thanks for having me.